Coming up on Winthrop Close Up, we take a look at the Gentlemen's League's annual game show.
On step inside of a local middle school where Winthrop students are preparing the next generation of journalists.
Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre Revisited, next on Close Up.
Hello, welcome to Winthrop Close Up. I'm Reese Murray.
And I'm Crystal Thomason. Winthrop versus the Gents, a game show hosted by Winthrop's Gentlemen's League. Jessica Sampson has a story about the competition.
Competition was fierce, where NAACP, aka SI, and members of the audience compete against the Gents.
The reason why I wanted to do Gents versus Woo is because this is actually something the Gents have been doing every year now for the past, I'd say 3 years. So just taking a spot from Joseph Peterson, who was the chair of events planning last year, I just wanted to continue the Gent tradition of having this game show.
By the time the game took a break, NAACP was winning the game, but in the end, the Gents got the victory after the bonus question.
The game was fun. It was good competition between teams and the different audience members that came out. So it was interesting until everybody started cheating, and then it got really interesting, got real nitty and gritty. But it was real fun. I enjoyed it.
Audience members had many laughs watching the team answer some difficult questions. One audience member tells us about her experience.
I really enjoyed the Gents versus Woo event. I think it was a very enjoyable event. Good thing to go to get out of the rain and something to do before I start studying for the night.
The Gents said Winthrop will have to wait till next year to try to avenge themselves. This is Jessica Sampson, Winthrop Close Up.
Can't wait to see who will be in the competition against the Gents next year.
The Gentlemen's League is known for its charity work. So is Winthrop's Police Department. Campus Police, along with other law enforcement agencies in York County, are helping to gather unused medicine. Operation Medicine Drop is a program that collects unused prescription drugs. The purpose of Operation is to help stop the spreading of prescription drugs to underage members of the Rock Hill community. Anybody willing to drop off their prescription drugs can go to either the Winthrop Police Department or any of the other York County Police Departments.
The Winthrop chapter of the Association of Black Journalists is also giving back. Woo ABJ gave students a taste of what it's like to be a real journalist.
Two kind of seem like the same question, right? First one is where did they see him, next one is where in campus.
With notepads, pens, and pencils in hand, 7th and 8th grade students have the opportunity to pick up extra journalism and writing skills. The Association of Black Journalists teamed up and taught students how to conduct interviews and create stories and use information to write in news articles made for publishing. This will be one of many trips made to the middle school to help students become journalists.
Winthrop reached a major milestone in its goal to go green. The Winthrop's Office of Sustainability on campus says Winthrop campus is now responsible for recycling more than 260 tons of solid waste this year. This waste includes paper, plastics, metals, and glass from all over campus. The Office of Sustainability encourages you to remember the 6 R's of recycling: rethink, reuse, reduce, refuse, repair, and recycle. If you need recycling tips for your area, be sure to contact the Office of Sustainability at sustainability@winthrop.edu.
It's amazing how much this campus recycles.
I know there's bins everywhere. You can't go on campus walk without seeing them.
I know, exactly. Coming up next on Winthrop Close Up, take a look at one of history's most popular stories.
And men's soccer pulls off another overtime miracle. We've got the highlights after the break.
Welcome back. I'm Jessica Sampson with Eagle Sports Highlights. The men's soccer team is celebrating after another close overtime victory against a Big South rival. The Eagles went into Gardner Webb after winning their first conference game in overtime against Liberty with a golden goal by Magnus Thorson, and apparently that's what the Eagles are going to be doing this season. In double overtime, Magnus Thorson nets the winning goal again. Here is Fabian Fuentes with the call.
Batari, strike of the ball. Headed in and a goal, and Winthrop wins. Magnus.
That win gives the Eagles a 3-0 record in conference play, making them only 3 teams still undefeated in the Big South. Winthrop also won their most recent home game against Radford. That win gives the Eagles the number 2 ranking in conference. Winthrop volleyball is dominating on the road this season. The Eagles went on to defeat Presbyterian College 3-0 in a road game against their conference rivals. Helping the Eagles to victory was Lourdes Rosario with 13 kills and 3 blocks. Her performance in the win over the Blue Hose earned her the title of the Choice Hotels Player of the Week. Winthrop's volleyball's next home game is against the Radford Highlanders on October 23rd. Coming up after the break, we take a look at what's going on in the world of theater at Winthrop.
Welcome back to Winthrop Close Up. The Winthrop's theater department recently put on an adaptation of the classic novel Jane Eyre. Reporter Emily Gill shows us the lasting importance of the story.
Well, she sleeps in the attic, does she not?
Yes.
Charlotte Bronte's novel has captivated people for over 160 years, leading some enthusiasts to rewrite the story. Director David Wohl explains Polly Teal's theatrical adaptation.
She sort of combines Bertha and this sort of imaginary friend that Jane has into one sort of mad woman who's really inside of Jane trying to get out. So there's this other Jane character that exists within the play that's both Bertha, a real person, and sort of the inner Jane.
Dr. Casey Cothran, an avid Jane Eyre fan, explains that Teal's play isn't the only rewrite to look closely at Bertha.
Yeah, you can start off.
It's interesting because so many other rewrites give Bertha's story a focus in its own right. Many authors feel that they would love to know more about who is Bertha and why did she and Rochester get married in the first place, and she's from the Caribbean? What's going on with that?
White Sargasso Sea by Jean Rhys is one popular example that answers those questions. But there are several more rewrites that add their own individual twists to the original story.
I think it makes it more interesting because you have something that's more psychological and people can relate to things like that.
No matter your view, Jane Eyre will remain one of history's greatest literary works. Emily Gill, Winthrop Close Up.
Visit the Winthrop Library to find out more about Charlotte Bronte and her captivating story.
The beauty and excitement of music shines bright at the annual Sinfonia Sing-Off at Winthrop University. Music fraternity Phi Mu Alpha shows reporter Janae Reese the heart and joy behind their soulful tunes.
The Symphonia Sing-Off is a lip-syncing, foot-tapping musical event where teams remix chart-topping songs and choreograph their performances all without saying a word.
The Symphonia Sing-Off is more than just dancing and singing. It's about raising awareness for children who just want to learn about music.
Our philanthropy is the musicianship. It is an organization located, it's based out of Washington, D.C. right now. What they do is they're trying to raise money to help get underprivileged kids in the area, allow them access to higher level music lessons and things like that, get them access to instruments and stuff like that.
All of the members held an active role in planning this sing-off in efforts to help show the importance of music.
As music director, I am in charge of teaching the rest of the collegiate members and new members the songs that we do and just spreading the joy of music throughout America. That's kind of what we do.
So it's a really good opportunity to give it back and also have some fun with your organization.
And we're actually, our chapter is one of the heading up a effort to get them to locate somewhere in South Carolina as well to expand.
The impact that music can have on someone showed in the smiles and laughter of those who attended for a great cause. This has been Janae Reese, Winthrop Close Up.
Phi Mu Alpha holds regular events throughout the semester. Well, I will definitely leave all the singing to them. I would literally sing everybody off the stage.
Definitely. I would probably be the one who pushes play on the recorder or plays the music for them.
Well, that's all we have time for today.
If you want to stay up to date on campus news, you can follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Winthrop Close Up.